For this video, we will learn how to part write the three types of 6/4 chords: cadential, pedal, and passing. Here is an example with the typical use of a cadential 6/4 chord. The bass and soprano parts are provided. Let's analyze the chords first. We are in the key of C. The first chord has G in the bass with a 6/4 figure. This is a C chord with G in the bass and is analyzed as 1/6/4. The next chord has no figure, so it is in root position and is G. The analysis is 5. The final chord is also in root position, so it is a C, a 1 chord. Let's begin by voicing the first chord. It is a C chord, so we need C, E, and G. Since it is a 6/4 chord, we need to double G, the fifth. We have G and C, so let's add the G to the alto and E to the tenor. In the cadential 6/4 pattern, the note that is the double fifth of the 1/6/4, G in this example, will stay in the same voices, becoming the double root of the 5 chord. The remaining voices will move down to complete the chord. The soprano is already moving to B, so the tenor will move to D to complete a root position G chord. The 5-tone 1 will be voiced in the typical manner used for root position triads a fifth apart. The common tone G will stay in the alto, and the B and D will move by step to complete the chord. Here's an example of the pedal 6/4. We are in the key of C with a repeated C note in the bass. The first and last chords have no figure, which indicates that they are in root position, so they are both C chords. The analysis is 1. The middle chord has a 6/4 figure, so it is in second inversion. In the key of C, C is the fifth of an F chord, so this is F/C, or a 4/6/4 chord. Let's begin by voicing the first chord. G is in the soprano and C is in the bass. Since this is a root position C triad, we need another C and an E. Let's place the E in the alto and the C in the tenor. For the 4/6/4, we need to double the fifth. This is C, so we will repeat the C in the tenor voice. The other voices will move by step to complete the chord. The soprano moves to A and the alto moves to F. For the final root position C, we will return to the same voicing as the first chord by keeping C in the tenor and moving the soprano by step back to G and the alto by step back to E. Here is an example of the passing 6/4. We have C, D, E in the bass. The first chord has no figure, so it is a root position C chord, 1. The second chord is a 6/4 figure with D in the bass. D is the fifth of a G chord. In the key of C, this is 5/6/4. The final chord is in first inversion, and E is the third of a C triad, so this is 1/6, C/E. Let's voice the first chord. This is a root position C with E in the soprano. We need to double the root. Since the soprano is fairly high, let's use an open position voicing. We'll place G in the alto and the double C in the tenor. For the G chord, we need to double the fifth. This is D, and we have D in the soprano and D in the bass. The other voices should move smoothly, so we'll place the B in the tenor and keep the G in the alto. The final chord is in first inversion. When voicing with first inversion triads, it is helpful to voice the double note first to avoid parallel octaves. This has already been taken care of with the D in the bass moving up and the D in the soprano moving down. Since this is a first inversion triad, we can double any note. Let's keep the G in the alto and move the tenor to C for the typical doubling of the soprano note. Let's summarize. When voicing 6/4 chords, double the fifth. All other notes should move by step or common tone.